One thing for damn certain, having a family and not living alone has its perks. Well, bitch, ain't got a whole lot of perks, okay? I just got irritated as hell. 12 minutes into doing the review from last night of Black Ink Crew, my goddamn grandson come in here. My other grandson, not Jalen. Jalen passed his stomach flu, but I think we passed it on to this baby here. He come in here and just get to talking like I wasn't even recording. Then I got, if y'all remember, I told y'all it's a man-made lake back here, and they've been working on doing something. I don't know what they doing, but it don't concern me. But it just makes noise. Why is they out there now? And it sounds like some type of pumping system they using. It's making this loud noise. So if y'all happen to hear that in the video, I do apologize. I can't do shit about that. That's the city, child, and I can only control the property, not the city. Anyway, let's talk about Black Ink Crew. New York from last night and see if we can make sense out of some of this shit, okay? Now, it opened back last night where it dropped off last week. Y'all remember at the end of last week, they had got Melody to come on back down and through. And they under the impression that Melody is coming back to manage the shop. Well, now Melody ain't back to manage no damn shop. And before she told them that, Donna done got ignorant with Tati because they don't like how strong and aggressive that she is in her delivery of what she trying to do down there. So she done jumped on the girl, and the girl done been put out the damn shop, and Sky basically saying she really don't give a fuck. She sorry, Tati, girl, use her as a reference. She don't give a fuck about none of it. All she care about is, now I got a secure manager back down here at 113. I can go back home to Atlanta and my meat mansion and live my best good white woman life. Well, don't look like you're going to be able to do that quite yet, because after all of the debacle goes on and this girl runs out the shop, and Melody tells them, well, I didn't come back to manage here. So they like, girl, we popping bottles, congratulating you on, welcoming you back and everything, and you didn't come back to stay. She said, I didn't come back to manage. I never try to do that again. She said, but what I did come back to do is tap. So in that moment, like I said, Sky's main thing is, let me get this place under secure management so I can go. Keep in mind, Caesar standing in this shop. He is watching everything going on. He ain't utter, mutter, or stutter or word, okay? So Sky runs out the door to go catch up with Tatiana, because all of a sudden now, because Melody said, I ain't here to manage, I'm here to work. You got to find somebody, or else you going to be stuck here at the 113th in New York, and you trying to get back to hot Atlanta, right? She runs out there, catches up with the girl down the street, telling my girl, you ain't got to go nowhere, you ain't fired. You just said the girl, sorry it didn't work out, Tatiana, you can use me as a reference. But because Melody ain't gonna be no manager there for you, you go back and you feed this girl that bullshit. And I was thinking that Tatiana was gonna be like, bitch, no ma'am, no ma'am. But no, she didn't. She didn't say any of that. What she said was, you right. I'm not going to let them push me out this place. What she really said is, bitch, I'm finna be on season 6 of this shit. Whether y'all like it or not, I'm fixing to come down and through, and I'm going to be on this show. I don't care how bad they treat me. Kind of like how Donna did. But she goes back in the shop with Sky, and she telling Donna, now that we got that out the way, that little fight, you done told me how you feel, maybe now we can move on from there. And to me, it didn't sound any kind of way. It didn't sound like the girl was being smart mouth. It didn't seem like she was doing team too much. Now, last week when they was having a tattoo-a-thon to raise the money for Bae to go to South Korea, it sounded like she was a little bit on it too much. It sounded as if she was too eager to do her job and to secure her spot on this show. It did seem like she was doing that. But this week it didn't sound like anything. Donna gonna tell the girl, see, the way you talking right there is the reason why I feel like just running across this room and bopping you in your face again. So at that point, Sky like, hell to the now. What we ain't gonna do is this. Tatiana is the new manager, and y'all gonna respect her. And she left it at that. Because, see, Sky only trying to go to South Korea, help Bae find her mama, and then back to Atlanta. She ain't trying to do none of that other shit. And she tell them that, really. Okay. Keep in mind, again, C sitting there, standing in that shop the whole time. He ain't utter, mutter, or stutter, or wood. Okay. We go to South Korea to find Bae mom, and, you know, because she still ain't heard from her in over that week. C say he going in style, so he decided to upgrade him and Sky to this first class accommodation because they boss's child. Sky was loving first class. C's was sleep through it like I've been here done this. And I felt like if y'all had a 14-hour flight, why the other ones couldn't have their damn seats upgraded to first class? That's got to be uncomfortable as fuck. Now, I ride coach because I ain't no first class bitch unless you pay for it for me. But, girl, that's 2 or 3 hours, and I'd be a little uncomfortable with that. Imagine being on a plane for 14 hours, sitting in them little bitty accommodations that they give you down to the coach. Sky go visit them, of course. They ain't as comfortable as she is. Anyway, they finally arrived in Korea, and girl, why is Sky got on a damn face mask like them folks did back when the SARS shit was going on? I said, bitch, you ain't gonna catch SARS, mad cow, or nothing else. Girl, you doing team too much. Anyway, Bay tells them on the ride to their wherever they're gonna be staying at that she actually had called the authorities for her mother, but because she's calling Korea from a whole nother country, the authorities didn't take her seriously, and she kind of worried, you know. Ugh. Then we learned that baby mama come from a rich family. The family, you know how Asian culture is. If you in, you in. If your ass out, you out. And her family never forgave Bae's mother for marrying a poor man, and then on top of that, he a trouble man. So the family ain't really giving her much assistance because they don't fuck with the mama either. Child, I said, but the crew there to support her. Now, we get to their accommodations, and, you know, either sees a big fish paid for it. But I ain't gonna lie, I had two little gay scares up in there, and, you know, to help them with anything they need. And it was a very, very beautiful accommodations. Child, that was some nice shit. I mean, very, very nice accommodations. And, you know, they ain't used to shit. So they running around room to room in awe. And child, I can understand that because shit, I done did that before. And then they find this bathroom. They got all these damn motorized gadgets and shit. And child, right there, Sky pulled some motherfucking pants down, sit on the toilet, I guess, to see what the toilet would do. Child, it was just a whole lot. I said they do too much, child. You can tell they still they ain't used to nice shit. And that's fine, because we watching them learn as they grow with this show. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? The next day, they head out looking for her mom. So the first place they gonna stop is her mother's apartment. They get to the apartment, they knocking on the door, but their knocks are not being answered. Then Bae she remember the code to get into her mama apartment. So she punches that in and they go in and nobody there. Don't look like nobody that been there. Bae got sick, according to the storyline, and she throwing up. I ain't never see her do no. I ain't see nothing come up. You know, they ain't even sprinkle no motherfucking water down on the floor and throw a couple peanuts in it to make it look like the bitch was sick or something like that. They just gave us that and whatever. After she recovered, they looking for her mom. They realized her mama left her phone, and that thing is, who would leave their phone at home in the year 2018? Bae can't open the phone because she don't know her mama code. Then she finds this letter. It was a prayer her mom had written, basically thanking God for everything, especially her daughter, and it breaks Bae down. It broke me down too. I ain't gonna lie, that's real. I don't know how real this storyline is, but that moment there, I can only imagine what it's like to not know where the person who gave you life is, the one that's been there for you, the one you was just talking to a couple weeks ago, and now you ain't heard from her, and it's all behind a man you grew up around, knowing that he got a tendency to kick a bitch and her cheering ass. Child, that's gotta be hard. That's gotta be hard. Now back at the shop, Jada, Mel, old shit, and Vagina Slayer at the shop. They talking, and Tati came into the shop. Now they said they didn't think the girl would actually come. You know, they know Sky gave her back the job and thing, but considering how everything had been, they didn't think that she would actually come in there, and she did. And when she came in there, right after her came her cousin, who was also a client, and she is doing a test. She said, "Look, I know they think I'm not. They think I'm not qualified to be here, but I'm finna show them I am, and I'm gonna do the best job I can to manage the fuck out of this shop and prove my place here." I said, "Well, you do that damn thing." Child, she ended up doing this tattoo, and I gotta admit, she did some type of unique style of tattoo. And when it was over, the client was happy, and I was too, cause that, I mean, that little, you sitting there letting somebody poke you. First of all, you gotta have some really good skill to do that form of tatting, cause I ain't never seen that before. And then you gotta be really good to make sure that it can look good and it can please us, the viewing audience, as well as the client. And I was all right with it. I said, "Oh, she might be a force to be reckoned with." Now, it's better than anything Donovan did. And to be honest with you, it's better than Vagina Slayer. And I don't remember Melody tattoos that well, and I ain't seen no shit tattoo in a minute either. So, but I do know that what she did took time, it took skill, and apparently she did it and did it well. I said, okay. Now they go back. Let's go back to Korea, because they go to this Korean food market. You know, the crew do. And this place got all kinds of weird insects and animals up for cooking and serving to the people. And Donna gets this octopus, child. She can't bring herself to eat the thing. She wants to put it in a bowl in some water and walk around with it like that's her pet for a while they there. So they let her do that. Walk in no, Teddy and Sky decide they gonna try to eat some octopus. And I don't know about y'all. I done seen that shit before. I've even dabbled in it a little bit, you know, making some certain things, but I ain't never had to deal. I ain't never prepared nothing as a chef for over 25 years. I ain't never been in a position to where, first of all, I don't specialize in Korean cuisines. I'm more Mediterranean and more Americanized. But I ain't never dealt with a meal that consisted of a insect or a water bug or nothing else, that fucking still living. But this octopus was still living, and they tried to eat it. Teddy wind up spitting the bitch out, and you see it on the floor still moving. Sky ate it. It made him so sick he ended up going outside to throw up. Now I believe he really did throw up. I said, ugh. I don't want to eat nothing that's still alive. Now octopus I've had before, but when I had it, it wasn't like that. And it kind of like it was more like a chewy consistency to it. It was kind of chewy. It put you in the mind of a lobster or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's more like what it gave you. It gave you more lobster type of feel when you eat it and it's cooked. I ain't never ate that shit raw before. But it was good. And I've had it barbecue too. They barbecue it too, child. You can have it fried or you can have it barbecue. I've had fried and barbecue. Fried, like I said, it gave me a reminding in my mouth of maybe lobster or shrimp or something like that. Barbecue, it was the same thing. It tastes like a shrimp that you had put it on a sis kebab stick and grilled it for a few minutes. It's pretty good. Now, the way they was eating it wasn't good to me, because I'm not eating shit raw. And I damn sure if I do eat it raw, it ain't going to be living. You know what I mean? So, they do that. And then Teddy and Kitty wind up partaking in these noodles. That shit looked good, too. But Child, while they eating the noodles, enjoying themselves, the scenery and whatnot in the food, Sky over here in her fucking feelings, and I'm like, it's just a storyline. Cause Sky is mad that Teddy and Kitty is close as they seem to be in that moment. When they end up sitting down for dinner, it's not, the kind of food that I would want to eat, but they, it's fucking Korean cuisine. Child, they eating octopus, Teddy. I told y'all what happened at that table, but my point of this story is they goddamn Sky got mad because Teddy was eating the noodles with Kitty and say Teddy is her ex. He off limits. Girl, y'all done been on here. How many seasons? This is 6. We met you because you used to be one of the mixer girls that came. They used to have the mixer parties. And they would have these girls called the mixer girls that they would come in there, they turn up, and, I guess some of the guys at the shop would, sleep with them or whatnot. That's how we met Sky. Yeah, her and Teddy used to mess around, but she was a mixer girl. She wasn't never like his main squeeze or no shit like that. I never got that out of there. And I remember I've been here since the inception of this show. Mm, mm, mm. Then Bae the next day ends up taking them to like this dilapidated storage shed. And we find out that she used to live there for like 2 years. And she said her mama used to actually be happy when the daddy would leave and wouldn't be there, even though they in them poor ass conditions, because that place was horrible. It was cluttered, it was nasty, it was unsanitary, and it don't even look like it had nowhere for them to go to the bathroom. So they probably walking off, going to find some type of place to maybe a gas station. I don't know how the setup is in Korea, but you could tell they didn't have the luxuries of indoor plumbing. They didn't have a lot of shit, y'all. That shit was bad. And it brought back memories because she had to remember how, even though this is probably the worst of the worst conditions, her and her mama was happy when they was there sometime, especially when the father would be not there, because she knew for however long he was gone, she can go about her day, go to school, come home, and she wasn't in fear. And I can just imagine what that must feel like every day. To know that you got to get out and go to work or go to school, but you feel going home because you know what's going to happen now. You know that you either going to be beat on or you going to watch your mama get beat on. And it brought her to tears remembering all of that. Hell, all the crew really felt some kind of way. That bothered all of them as she recalled how she grew up and things. And they just remind her that they got her damn back. They're as a family. I appreciate them rallying around her like that. So later on, they go to a spa, and Bae don't go. They go to no, I mean Kitty don't go. They go to a spot and they talking about Bae's mom still. Bae says she's even found this private investigator that she may have to end up, getting his services to help her find her mother. Because she really don't know where her mama is. And she done went everywhere she knew her mama to go. She done went to her church members. They haven't seen her. Nobody's seen this lady. So she gets a phone call. She steps out of the sauna because they at the spa in the sauna. She steps out of the sauna to go answer her call, giving Sky an opportunity to talk with Donna alone. And the first thing that she asking Donna, have you heard anything about Kitty and Teddy? And Donna started laughing. She was like, girl, now look, I heard something once. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably just a rumor. Because I didn't see this. I can't substantiate this with nothing, child. But they said that when they left Puerto Rico, that Teddy and Kitty had kissed. Now, why the hell is she mad about that? Like I said, this had to be made up. Sky is off the cuff mad about this girl possibly mixing around with her former. Like he was exclusive to her. Shit was stupid. And it was crazy of Donna to repeat what she heard because she knows Sky ain't got good goddamn sense. Later on that night, they headed out with the crew. They going to this b-boy event. Supposed to be the thing to do in Korea. They on the damn bus, and Guy decided this is a good time to get it off her chest. She asked Kitty, did you and Teddy kiss? Y'all ever messed around? Teddy sitting over there with his glasses on, but you can tell he in utter shock. Bitch, what? Kitty say no. She don't believe Kitty. She all up in Kitty's face. Kitty started defending herself. Look, I ain't did shit. I ain't never kissed this man. See, I like Sky. But when she done ran up over me and put her pussy all up that close to my face, and I don't do puss, trying to check me about a man that she never really had the right to ever feel like was her man exclusively, I would have popped that bitch in her motherfucking shit right then. I promise you, she wouldn't have put her puss in my face, but she put her puss in the girl's face, and I was like, you just gonna... And then she tell Teddy she gonna fuck you. Cause I will both of y'all asses for lying. So when they get to the venue, they get out the venue, and we never saw her slap Teddy, but it's the way he holding his face. It's like he ran behind her to try to talk to her, and she slapped him. And I don't know how physical that shit got, cause her wig was off. She was putting her wig back on, talking about now that I got this shit out the way, y'all know that I hurt y'all ass. Let's go in here and act like we civilized. So they go inside the damn b-ball place, and we meet this guy, J. Paul. He's supposed to be the Asian Justin Bieber. Signed the Rock Nation, and you know he really wanted to get a tattoo by Caesar, but Caesar wasn't able to do it. You know he didn't have his equipment, so he said when old boy come back to the States, he can holler at him and he'll hook him up with a tat. So I don't, that was whatever. Then you got Sky and Donna trying to holler at these Asian men. Girls a bunch of bullshit. Meanwhile, Bae leaning over on the table like she tired as hell about to pass out once. So Donna said she wasn't feeling too good either. She had begun to feel nauseous. So she said her and Bae gonna leave, and as they leaving, Donna's supposed to be throwing up, but I said she was dry heaving because girl wasn't nothing coming out on her. They finally get to the bus, and Ted and Bae asking Donna, girl, you think you pregnant? Teddy said he know about two type of things. So they looking up a pharmacy nearby to go get a pregnancy test, and they end up going to get two. Donna knew they finna do this. Ain't said nothing about she wasn't gonna take the pregnancy test, but when they buy the motherfuckers, now she don't want to take it. So Bae said, I tell you what, so you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself? What's something in my eye, y'all? So you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself? I take the test with you. So they both go in the bathroom together and pee on the stick. Donna test come back that she ain't pregnant. Baes come back that she is. Bae is in utter shock. She go to screaming and hollering. She know she can't be fucking pregnant, but yes, the fuck she is, child. Mm, mm, mm. I said a hot mess, but that's where it really left off here. We're going to get part 2 of Korea probably next week, and I hope we get some type of answers as to where Bae's mom is. But that was it. That was all, y'all. If I left anything out you feel pertinent, put it in the panic, child, and we'll talk about it down there. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate this video. Ratings, believe it or not, good or bad, get me recognized down on these YouTube streets a little bit more. Get down in the panic section, commonly known as the comment section, and tell me what your thoughts and opinions of last night's episode was, or share anything that I may have left out. You can subscribe to my channel for the free 99. Hit your notification bell so that you know each and every time that I'm down here. And like I said, this month being that today is February 1st, I do plan on it sometime within this very short month going live at least once or twice. So hit your notification bell so that you'll be aware of when that time and day come, and you can join in on the conversation live with me, as well as be aware when I drop videos, and you can come and watch and give me your thoughts and opinions on it. Do that for a girl. And lastly, share this video where it is that you share videos. Tell a friend or two about a girl like me, honey, and I would definitely appreciate it. That's it, y'all. I'll see y'all back for If Loving You Is Wrong. Peace.